Guys,
Let's go. You do it. Just introduce.
So we are together.
Now let's go on.
Hi guys. Welcome back to the channel.
Yes, you're welcome back.
We're glad
Thank
to
you for
have
joining.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you. Yes, thank you. If you've seen our video for the first time, kudos to you. Yes, do want to subscribe, please. Just subscribe down below, and you can also check out our other videos on our page. Okay. So in this video, we want to talk a lot. Yes, it's questions and answers time. After we release the video on what we knew about, or what we wish we knew about sex in marriage, a lot of questions came up. We had plenty questions, so we just want to answer some of them, and also answer some other questions related to it, because we've received a lot of questions concerning sex, this, that, why this should be done, is there this and this, and a lot more. So you're ready. This is really an interesting ride. So just buckle up your seats and let's get going. So without further ado, let's get straight into the questions and answers session.
Without further ado again.
Let's do something else.
Okay, so in case of listeners for the first time, my name is Mercy.
My name is Emmanuel. Yes.
Alright, so we're going to jump into the questions.
Okay.
Right now. The first question here says, okay, there's this wave of enhancement drugs.
Okay.
By enhancement drugs, you mean sex enhancement drugs.
Sex enhancement drugs. Okay.
So what's your take on it in marriage? If the issue is related to probably the man having less energy, or not going the distance, or not going through the whole journey. Yes. What do you think about the man taking sex enhancement drug?
Well, I'm not speaking as a medical doctor, but then I believe medical doctors can also confirm that and give their verdict. If you live on drugs, you will most likely continue to depend on drugs to continue to perform your duty as a man. Yes, if you start it, you most likely, like let's say guys that take tramadol and all these kind of drugs to enhance their strength. For me, I just feel like if you live on drugs, you continue to live on. And you don't really need to. I wonder the kind of energy that you really need to satisfy a woman. Like, is it you need this? I mean, this is your wife. Both of you can do it and still can always enjoy it and relax, enjoy it, relax. It's not a one-off. Personally, I will not advise you use any enhancement drugs that have side effects. The best thing is meet a medical personnel. Meet a medical doctor. I'm not speaking just a medical doctor. Meet a medical doctor. I believe they are natural drugs. They are natural tips. They can tell you that this is what you need to do, this is what you do, depending on the situation. But I will never advise you, how do you describe what's it called? You take self-medication, like you go to, because you had a particular drug that when you take it, the drug enhances performance. I will not advise you take it. I mean, there are natural means. There are natural means that can help you stay longer. The best thing is
for me, I think
meet a medical doctor. Okay?
Yeah. So to sum it up for me, I think in a case like this, if there's an issue, if there's actually an issue that is making this person to want to use enhancement drug, then that means that issue should be fixed medically.
Medically, yeah.
Yes. Though, like it's like trying to use plaster to cover a wound before treating the wound, or trying to use tissue paper to cover a wound without treating it. Instead of going to the root cause, instead of dealing with the root cause, you're just trying to cover it up. It will still keep on repeating itself. You mentioned earlier that if you take the sex enhancement drug, you have to keep on taking it.
Yeah, and they have side effects eventually.
And they will definitely have side effects. So it's better this person go to treat whatever the root cause
Yes,
is
yes.
once and for all. So trying to pamper it.
I think that will lead us to the next question about what happens if the man is impotent. Yeah,
Okay.
that what happens if the man is impotent. Maybe after marriage, you now discover that,
Okay,
like,
since you both are
yes,
trying
both of,
to maintain sexual
yeah, sexual
purity.
period, no sex before marriage, and now you're married and you now discover that the man is impotent. For me, I feel during courtship, there are very important questions to ask. You mustn't only ask about, okay, that's what, if you one of our videos, we talk about asking about your sexual past. Like, do you have any issue? Is there any challenge you have that you know can destroy a marriage? Definitely, if the person has an issue like that, it can destroy that marriage. Because to be like, you had this issue, you never told me, simply means there are many deeper things that you've not told me. And I still believe it can be treated medically. I still believe it can be treated medically. But there's no point hiding it, then bringing it into the marriage, thinking that when you come into marriage, you just tell your wife and then she'll accept it. It's better you ask questions about their past. Tell me something about you that can destroy marriage. You can eventually discover. Yes. Okay, this is it. Oh, I'm this. Then you need to seek medical help. I'm not talking as a medical doctor, but I believe seek for medical help.
Sometimes some churches during
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
counseling period, the couples are being taken to a particular hospital
Yes.
where different medical tests
Test.
are being taken on them. Yes. So most times they check everything that need to be
Everything.
checked.
You're right.
They do all the whole possible tests. Aside, most times, some churches only focuses on genotype tests and pregnancy
I think
tests.
because of cases like this, they now go deeper into doing a lot of
Yes.
things. Yes.
Most of them they now go deeper. They check to see if the woman is how the reproductive system is functioning well. Everything is in place. The man is everything is in place. So most of when all these tests are being taken,
Mm.
if there's an underlying issue, it will be seen. It will be
Yeah, it will be
yes,
unveiled,
be unveiled
and the
exactly.
fact they'll just give the best advice to them both people, any couple. So for me, most cases, these cases are rare, and that's why we advise people just complete the whole wedding process, go through the whole process, the whole check. Like some people dodge church for things like this. So yes, because they know that
So
this church will scrutinize us. They will check and check and check, so they just want to skip that aspect and then do what they want to do, and later on the woman now discovers and then she begins to cry.
mm. Okay, so let's go to the next
Alright
question.
then.
Okay, as born again Christians,
Okay.
what's your stand about positions, like sexual positions, and a lot of bad acts people do? Because I believe people have fantasies, crazy fantasies. What's your take about Christian couples and sexual positions? And what if your partner has crazy fantasies?
You want to answer
No, no, no.
that? You want me to answer? Okay. I think in one of our videos we said, whatever both of you agree in marriage, in the context of marriage, is allowed. And that's why we recommend, speaking from the point of a medical doctor now, we recommend the book we spoke about. You see the side effect of certain kind of fantasies, the side effect of it. And we will advise you get that book. I mean, you should know there's some positions that if your partner is not comfortable, it should be reasonable. Yes. There's some crazy fantasies that you just see in the kind of mature videos and mature movies that they're just out there to make money. They're doing it to just make money. Those positions and styles they're just fantasy, like you rightly said, to be honest. They're not real. They're just doing it to make money, to fantasize, to make you feel like these positions are real. To whet your appetite for them. Oh, so that when you want to try it. But meanwhile, in the real sense, these are fantasies. Positions that are unhealthy. They can even kill the person in the process. So I believe both of you, everything should be done in moderation. Everything should be done in moderation. Whatever both of you agree, and feel it's okay for the two of you, go ahead. But however, I will highly recommend that book we spoke about. You can just check our videos, talk about the book, the title of the book, and if you want to, we'll also share it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I would like to add anything to that. I think it's okay.
Something.
Like you mentioned, whatever positions, whatever styles, the both couple are okay with.
Both of you.
Both of you, yes. And it's very healthy. Whatever
Yeah.
said that is very healthy. Okay, so let me jump to the question. What is your take on contraceptives in marriage?
Contraceptive.
Yes, because my fiance is against it. Yes, so is it possible to stay as couples without contraceptive in marriage?
Since your husband or your spouse is against it,
Fiance.
or your fiancé is against it,
Yes.
the
Yes.
fiancé,
Yes.
check maybe from
Okay.
what she has heard or something.
Okay, no. In this case, is the guy that's against it.
It could be from maybe I heard that somebody used it and the side effect came, or
Okay.
they had one child, they now started using, and then all of a sudden she couldn't conceive it. So most time people make decisions based on it's not personal experiences necessarily, but a lot of experiences from what they've had, from what they've seen. I think the person is actually speaking out of fear of what he has had or seen before.
Okay.
So advice, there are contraceptives that can actually help. So in this case now, the guy shouldn't be totally against it. Especially if they are trying to do proper birth control measures, they are trying to do proper birth control measures like placing of their child or spacing of their child,
Right spacing, yeah.
child spacing and the rest. So the best thing is for both of them. If the guy doesn't want it, you can still see a medical doctor. The doctor can advise the best method that will be favorable for the two of the best method. The guy should open up with the doctor. Okay, this is the reason why something happened. I noticed my in-law, my sister, my this, and something happened somewhere. I saw it happen. This is what the doctor will now be the one to explain better medically. Yes, medically that okay, see, this is exactly what happened. They didn't. This is what caused this. What, but however, we'll prescribe this method, and both of you will be very, very comfortable with it.
Okay, that's true. And then the truth is that contraceptive in marriage is good. It's not bad. Why? Because it's mostly used because of child spacing.
Your child spacing.
Yes. Instead of getting pregnant at every intercourse, most times couples do that to space their child births, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah,
And the rest. So it's actually good. Though there are another thing is that there are different kinds of contraceptive. There's a hormonal and there's a non-hormonal. There's that would try to work with your system to prevent the eggs from getting fertilized and the rest. Like my husband rightly said earlier said, it's advisable that this couple in this question, in this situation, they should seek medical advice. Doctor will be in a better position to tell them what to do, which one to use, which one not to use, whatever it is, whatever experience the guy is coming from.
Whatever idea.
Yes. So it's very, very advisable. Contraceptive is very, very advisable. However, there are different types.
Yeah, there are different types.
Yes. There's that would not affect the woman's reproductive system and the rest.
Yes.
Isn't it take on this? Like I mentioned earlier, contraceptive is very advisable.
Yeah.
Why? Because I've had cases of married couples that kept on aborting their children because they felt like they've had the numbers of children they already want to give birth to. So the other ones coming after them, they had to go for termination, what's it called? And the rest, which is very, very, very wrong. Which is very, very wrong. Biblically, right? Is that the word? I know that. So instead of doing that, instead of going through all that route, instead of doing it raw and then going to doctor to flush it and do all of those stuff, it's not better. Just use contraceptive, family planning and the rest.
Yes. It's the best family planning method for every family, I believe.
For every woman.
Every woman.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's that. Then this other question here. My husband has paid my bride price in full, although we have not yet had our wedding, our church wedding. So is touching each other at this stage a sin? Or should we wait till after the church wedding and the traditional wedding is done? Husband has paid a bride price, but they are yet to do traditional wedding and church wedding ceremony.
Okay.
So is touching each other at this stage a sin, or should they wait till the ceremonies are done?
I think the bride price has to do with the traditional. Maybe they've done the traditional wedding.
No, some places they pay the bride price first. Then they will now fix a date for traditional wedding and church wedding.
Well, I know it's a controversial topic. It's a controversial discussion. That's the first thing I want to say. A lot of people have their opinion, and most people will still back it up with scripture. That's the interesting fact about it.
Sure.
The side that will say, go ahead, bride price is the most important. The other side will say, you need to bring a priest to complete it. For me, I believe if the church wedding is part of what you have agreed to do, why not just wait for the full consummation of the whole thing? Wait, you've already paid the bride price. Traditional wedding is just few weeks or few days. And then wait for the church wedding. Consummate everything. So you will not be in this dilemma of whether it's a sin or not a sin or not. And there's something, see, when you're in a situation like this, there's something, this is how Satan begins to trick people. Let's say, God forbid, you later have an issue in the wedding. You begin to hear negative thoughts. You did it before the wedding. You did it before. You did this one. But your thoughts will just begin to run through your mind. Probably maybe because we did it, or maybe because we didn't see God's. You just need to. For me, I feel like you pay the bride price. Paying the bride price simply means you are ready to get married. If the church wedding is not part of your plan at all, you just want to pay a bride price and marry, and bring a priest to the house that very moment. They pray for you. You've done everything that needs to be done. Maybe you've checked your medical. Both of you feel you are okay. When you've paid the bride price, and both parents have blessed you, and they say, "Oh yeah, you can go." You're allowed. The immediate thing that you have paid the bride price and there's parental consent. But if you have agreed to do the church wedding, why not just complete it? And this is also, I also like to say that you are paying bride price and you are fixing traditional wedding 2 years after paying bride price.
Not 2 years now.
No, I'm just exaggerating. You're fixing it 7 months after traditional. You are now fixing church wedding 2 years after. What's taking you that far? Do everything. Some people, the bride price this week, next week, to traditional, next week. Like, they are doing everything once and for all to avoid this issue, whether you are touching or you're not touching, or is it a sin or is not a sin. I mean, the Bible approves paying bride price. The Bible approves the priestly blessing. It's very important. So some people say, okay, the church is just a ceremony, but you agree to do the ceremony. You agree to do it. So why don't you just wait, pay the bride price, do the traditional quickly, do the church also. You must not do the ceremony paparazzi. I think that's one ceremony paparazzi. So. You must not do it. If you're going to have this issue of I don't want, pay your bride price, go to a priest, go to church, do whatever you want to do. If you want to wear the gown.
Now, there are some cases whereby maybe due to financial constraints, the both couple may decide to skip the old church wedding ceremony. Okay. Maybe due to financial constraints. Yes. So now they will just go ahead and pay the bride price and then do maybe a mini traditional wedding, indoor traditional wedding. Some even go ahead and do court wedding also. Okay. Yes. Then the fact that it's because of financial constraints, or the fact that we don't want to do a large wedding, we don't want to go the whole full length of renting a wedding gown, calling people, renting canopy and all those stuff. Let's just pay bride price, do court wedding, and the rest. That is fine.
Yeah, that is fine.
But since we decided to do a church wedding, in fact, the truth of the matter is it's advisable just make everything that whole week.
Yeah, that whole week. Just do everything.
Don't do everything that's all week. That's 1 week.
You paid bride price and
get it done with.
How many? You're still waiting. What are you waiting for? What are you planning again that you're waiting on? And now you're now saying, is it a sin to touch?
Yeah, in fact, if you are planning to do church wedding, I suggest you, in fact, the fact that you even waited this long, the fact that the both of you have not yet had sex and you've waited this long, it's advisable you just keep on, just complete the weight.
Yeah, so you can have this. See, there's this
peace of mind.
Peace of
Yes.
mind. That's the word. Rest in your mind. Okay, you have done everything. That's when it becomes fully paid. Because you are the. But if you've agreed with your partner, okay, we're just paying only the bride price, we're doing a small traditional wedding. God bless you. Good. If that's what both of you have agreed, fine. But if you have agreed that you want to go to church and wear a gown, in some cases, for people who pay after paying bride price, there's some churches that whether you pay the bride price, if they still test you positive, they are not going to wed you. So what's the essence? The purpose of the church ceremony has now been defeated.
That's true.
They will not join you, no matter how you cry or say, but it's just once. Okay. So if you don't want to be in that scenario, to avoid that level of embarrassment, and the church, they don't care whether you've held yourself before bride price deal, whether you've upheld sexual purity, as long as that they will not join you. And people.
It's okay. So the thing is, another thing is that I feel like since there's an absence of peace, since you're asking, should we or should we not, that shows that there's an absence of peace. Since there's an absence of peace, it's advisable you just
wait and get everything fully done before you don't want to do it. Fine.
If you want to, you know that you really want to honor God with this, your marriage, just wait
for everything. And so whether
try to hasten the whole process. Try to hasten the whole tradition and church wedding. Let it be closed.
Just to put everything together, make sure it's closed, and then you do it. Whether it's a sin or not is between you and God. Though. That's my own opinion. Whether it's a sin or not between you and God. But the major thing what I'm trying to say is that to avoid this issue of whether it's a sin or not, should I touch or should I not touch? I not do everything. In our own case, bride price. I think the bride price. It was the same week.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Thank you. We did every Friday, Saturday. Yeah, which one is though? Because I want to marry her and move her. So I don't want to Friday, Saturday. That was it. So you have paid the bride price. You've done traditional. Are you waiting again 3 months? You're using another 6 years to plan for wedding, and you're saying, should I touch her? Should I not touch her? For me, I just feel to avoid that unnecessary stress and pressure, just do everything once and for all. Pay the price in full consummation.
See, and that's
to enjoy your partner.
And when these things start getting close, when the whole marriage preparation, marriage plans start getting close and intense and serious, the sexual urges, builds up. It becomes stronger. Now, the fact that people have already gone to pay bride price, let me tell you, it will be more stronger.
At this moment, I feel like, I think both parents have agreed
to
stay to anything we do. But I remember a case where, after they paid the bride price, everything has been done. But the traditional wedding, the church wedding was like, they shifted it for some months. And eventually the lady got pregnant. This is a real life story. Got pregnant, and the church. It's against our policy. Whether you see it as we being against our doctrine, let me take you there, against our doctrine.
Policy.
And some people say, some churches they are too. See, every institution has boundaries, rules, and regulations that guides them. That's one thing people don't understand. You don't go to a bank on a Monday and wear agbadans, just wear freestyle because you tell the bank manager, can't we have freedom? People should let us be dressing freestyle. No, they'll tell you, God, we have a principle here. You can go to your mechanic shop and dress on jeans and t-shirt, but not here in our bank. And every institution also needs to be guided by rules and regulations and doctrines.
Especially if you know that you are part of that institution.
Yes.
If you've submitted yourself to that institution, it's better you just obey it. Obey whatever the doctrines are, whatever the rules
are. Do the whole thing, complete it, and be of a free conscience. That's my own concern. Be of a free conscience. I've paid the bride price, I've done everything. And now, you're a good pastor. Have you anything? No, sir. Check the medical. Are we good to go? Glory to God. Is she tested? No, she's not. Well, not the one that after bride price, you paid bride price. Traditional wedding. See, now the church no agree where does now. Church no agree where does. What happened? I don't know. That church, they say they no go where does. please, we advise make everything short so you can just do it once at home. You understand?
Thank you for staying true. And the church not going well done.
No, you not say people. They'll say the church no great well done. Meanwhile, the church is
Alright
telling
guys, thank you. If you have any more questions, can listen it to our
yes,
DM
they send it. I
and I
will
will
try
tweet
to
it
answer
out
them.
here.
See you.
You are yet to subscribe.
Subscribe. We have a lot of other questions, but this is just the one hanging around this
This topic.
this topic and
It's
this
true.
discussion. So
Alright guys.
bye. See you. Bye.